So because like I said, not everybody's story is about being abused or what have you. So what I hear you in this story, you guys started dating in college and then you just kind of grew out of him. Like you guys couldn't journey together.
No.
And the fact that you were able to figure out, when people show you who they are, believe them, right? And you were able to be like, this is his character and I don't have to have any parts in that. Where a lot of people stay because they feel bad or they think it's unchristian like to make a decision for you to walk away from something that had been going on for 8 years. But also note, you two were not married. And so I love that you didn't let him move in. You weren't giving him wife privileges. It was like,
No.
you saw who he was. And by the time he hit 29, he should have had some more things together and he didn't. And so you chose singleness over being in struggle meals. Like
Yeah. First of all, he couldn't cook. And it's one thing if you're like making like salmon cakes and rice, but I'm like, I told my mother about this. I'm like, I don't eat like that. Like, Reka, you see my cooking? Like, I eat good. Like, I eat good all the time. Like, even like my brother, his 5-year-old son, for his birthday that just passed, he wanted crab legs for his birthday. He's 5 years old. I'm like, the Thomases always eat good. Like, we eat good. But like these struggle meals over here, I'm like, I don't see that for my life. No, I so yeah. So, and the other thing was just like, it's because yes, my father still asks about him. And so he's really talented at what he does. He's creative. He's a videographer. And he's still in Brooklyn. We're still in Brooklyn.
Yeah.
And so, like, recently, I asked him to do a shoot for me. I was going to pay him. He stood me up. He stood me up. I was dressed. I was like, I'm going to pay you this amount of money. I'm like, what time? He's like, the earlier the better. I'm like, good. I'll be ready by 9:00. I was dressed, makeup, everything. He was supposed to come to my neighborhood. We're going to do street style photos. He stood me up. And and I'm like, this is who you've always been.
And
So yeah, so I'm like this, and so this was probably like in October of last year. Because we like, I still like keep in touch, whatever. But I'm like, this is who you've always been. I'm like, and he had said to me like, I forgot who I'm dealing with, and I'm like, no, I forgot who I'm dealing with. Like,
exactly.
This is who you are, and I still am like still trying to give you the benefit of the doubt. And I had to tell him, like, first of all, you're not taking my brand building seriously. I'm like, you're not about your money, which you've never been. So this was recently.
Good for you.
But it's still like the fact that like he even could, like the fact that I even gave him a chance. So I'm just like, girl, like like why would you even do that? But I was paying him. I'm like, at the very least, he is a New Yorker who likes money, but. He didn't even want my coins. I'm like, I'm going to pay you for the shoot.
Yeah, because it's his character, and like
it's his character.
That is definitely what I teach in Single You Academy. It's like I want people to have a character barometer like you, because him saying things like, oh, I forgot who I was dealing with or whatever, those are the things that make us feel like a bad person, because we set a boundary and we said no. And I also like the fact that you said, I just didn't see this for my life. Girl, you know how the Bible tells us we got to have vision. Vision. Yeah. My people perish from lack of knowledge, all of that. So it's like, good for you to just have that in you, to have vision for your life. Listen, I saw a meme. I think it was a meme, but it said something like, yo, laying up and being broke with my boyfriend is no longer cute to me. Like, that's cute at 19. Not. Yeah.
Girl,
like that's
what I say. Like, we were good. Like, we were good in college.
At 19, right.
Yes. Like, oh, I loved him to death in like college. Like, everybody like saw us together, and all we were doing was like smoking weed and like drinking 40s.
Right. Because you do that at 19 and
But
22 and what have you. But
but
yeah.
when life started to get real, we were getting older, we were mature, and I was just like, nah, like, no, I'm
I'm
good.
cool. Yeah, good for you,
Yeah,
girl. You better
yeah.
believe people when they show you who they are. Maya
It,
Angelou taught you right.
oh
Okay.
my gosh, yeah.
Listen.
I always, I knew I was gonna be. I knew I was gonna be okay. Like if
Yeah.
I never saw him like paying for like my bills or anything. I was like, no, like, mm-mm.
Oh,
I
I love
really
that.
just,
Yeah.
I really just saw him like leeching off of me, like.